On one of my previous videos, we talked about avoiding the gut feel hire. So what is the gut feel hire? It's basically where you interview somebody, you're blown away by their personality, their experience, their skills, and you hire them with nothing more than a when can you start. You have fallen in love with them. Many times that leads to an absolute disaster because they just don't fit the job. Now, on the previous video, we did a short little part of it talking about psychometric profiling. What I wanted to do today is to dive a little bit more into that topic and recommend 3 psychometric profiles that you might want to consider in hiring somebody. Now, if you don't choose to use psychometric profiling, you get confused on if I'm hiring the right person. You go back to the gut feel hire because that's what you've done before, and your risk of hiring the wrong candidates exponentially increases. Now, if you use psychometric profiling, you simplify your hiring decision process. You get reassurance that you're making the right decision, and now you can focus on more important things instead of laying awake at night going, gee, I wonder if I hired the wrong person. Let me give you a real life story. So I was working a number of years ago with an environmental consulting firm, and this business owner fell in love with a candidate who obviously was very skilled and very talented. However, I interviewed another candidate also for the top 2 candidates, and she profiled them. And when the test came back, it was the second one that came across as the better candidate. But she had fallen in love with the first one. And one of the things, as I dug deeper into it, it was obvious the second candidate was a much better hire, but she really was resistant to going forward with that candidate, wanted to do the first one. Well, convinced her to finally go forward with that second candidate. Sure enough, that person was the exact fit that she needed, and that individual helped her double the business in about a 3-year time period. So that's the power of using psychometric profiling, because she would have made, more than likely, a bad hire decision. So let's go through 3 profiles that I would definitely recommend that you take a look at using in your business. The first one is what we call Profiles XT. It's what I would call the Cadillac of profiles. Now, what it is, it's a multi-purpose total person employment psychometric assessment that takes a look at you at who you are as a person and focuses on 3 major things: thinking and reasoning style, behavioral traits, and occupational interests. Now, I have used Profiles XTs many times in the past, and they are an amazing tool. It gives you a percentage of fit for if this person is the right person and highlights where they could definitely be worked on. Now, again, a little stipulation with this is, of the 3, this one is going to be the most expensive, but from my work, this is the most accurate one. So, might you use it for a very high-level individual? Yeah, I would definitely invest money into it. The second one is the Work Personality Index Job Match. Now, this assessment, it looks and feels a lot like Profiles XT, but what it does is it actually takes a look at, there's 21 different parts that they would rank order them, and then it matches them in your own rank order. Now, I have not personally used this profile, but I've heard great results with it. Now, again, I will not rather say yes or no to that, but again, having listened to others will swear by it. So it's the Work Personality Index Job Match Assessment. The third one, which I am most familiar with, is what we call Higher Sense. Higher Sense is basically using DISC and motivator profile information to come up with a good job fit. And so what it does is it takes your behaviors, it takes what motivates you, and then your thinking style, and then creates that fit profile for that individual. Now, it's really a solid, I'm going to call it the Toyota Corolla of assessments. It may not be as spot on, dead accurate as Profiles XT, but it does the job well at a lower cost point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link all 3 links in this video description so you could look at all 3 of these. And again, each one are going to basically have different purposes to them. I actually work a lot with 24/7 assessments, which is the people who develop Higher Sense. And I also have a really good friend of mine who owns a company called People Values that sells the Profiles XT. And again, I will link that information below in this video. So here's the thing, is that using tools can help you in making a final decision on a candidate, and these tools are not, and let me really emphasize this, these tools are not designed to make the choice for you. They instead point to the right direction to make sure that you are on the right track to hiring the person. You still have to go through the interview process, the skill verification process. This is a tool that helps you along in the decision-making process and not the ultimate decision maker. But the nice thing about this is it really can help you not fall in love with a candidate who ultimately could very well be the wrong fit for the position. So now, if you need some help in hiring the right person, what I want you to do is I want you to schedule a 30-minute a hiring strategy session with them. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do a call, again, about 30 minutes long. We'll talk about which assessment would fit best for you, but we'll also talk about the 4-hour hiring format, which is an entire process of how you can actually hire the right person all the way from the initial ad to the ultimate hiring decision. So if you ever have any hiring challenges, I would love to talk with you. And as I said, I will put the links below this video so that you have access to those particular assessments. Go out there, make it a great day.